Welcome back to my channel. I'm here to help you. So today I'm going to share my top 5 places to visit in your 30s. I'm Linda, and at 33, I decided to sell everything to travel the world and live my bucket list. Adulthood hasn't really been the same since. First up, we have Tallinn, Estonia. Tallinn is the capital of this Baltic country and is such an overlooked destination. Estonia itself is making strides in providing resources for digital nomads like myself, and is an incredibly forward-thinking and progressive nation. There are free Wi-Fi spots everywhere, making it easy for busy grown-ups like us to stay connected at all times. And it holds the title as the most advanced digital society, it's a tongue twister and a half. It holds the title as the most advanced digital society in the world. It has the first e-government and also provides e-residency to people from all over the world. But don't worry, if you're an outdoorsy person like me, it's also about 50% forest, making it one of the greenest countries. Tallinn itself is one of the most well-preserved medieval cities in Europe. And that means grown-ups like us can step back into a fairy tale world wandering its old town. Definitely make sure you visit over the holidays because the Christmas market is so cute, super traditional, and just a wonderful time to spend there. But since we also have discerning taste now, Tallinn offers a great variety of not only local traditional dishes, but also international cuisine. And have I mentioned that it's one of the most affordable countries in Europe? Plus, don't forget to explore all of the incredible history here, like heading to the TV tower to learn about its importance during the Soviet era. And if all of that doesn't convince you that Tallinn, Estonia should be on your travel list, I don't know what will. Number 2 is Plovdiv, Bulgaria. Now, I only recently went there for the first time and I absolutely loved it. There's actually a vlog, so if you missed that, I'll link it here for you. So not only is Plovdiv the oldest city in Europe, it's also one of the oldest cities in the world. And in 2019, it was voted European Cultural Capital, or Capital of Culture, whatever it's called. So it's easy to see why this is the perfect place to visit in your 30s. Now I know us millennials are quite hipster, and the Kapana district is like an artsy playground for us. There's cute alleyways, street art, umbrella decor, quaint cafes, and tons of vegetarian-friendly restaurants sprinkled all over this part of town. It's easy to explore the historical and vibrant old town where you can visit Roman ruins, an ancient Roman theater that was built to seat 3,000 people, or just sit in a cafe and watch the world go by. I know that's one of my favorite things to do. And if you're anything like me, I know that you appreciate a good wine every now and then. Well, Plovdiv is actually well known for its wine production. It's home to a popular local grape, and there are at least 20 boutique wineries all around Plovdiv. A local insider tip is to check out the highly recommended wine bar Vino Culture and taste some of the local Bulgarian wines. The city is also surrounded by some beautiful landscape and referred to as the City of 7 Hills. So spend a couple of hours hiking the various hills and enjoying views of a modern city that I bet you'd never considered before. And before I forget, have I mentioned again how affordable Plovdiv is? I spent less than $150 including food and accommodation for a weekend here. So it's an incredibly budget-friendly place to add to your 30s travel list. So we may technically be adults now, but I think part of that adventurous lifestyle means, every now and then we want to forget about all the responsibilities and all that shit, right? Well, the perfect place for me for that has been Bocas del Toro, Panama. This archipelago is often sought out by surfers and backpackers and is renowned for its nightlife. It is a bit of a trek to get here because you have either the choice of flying into San Jose, Costa Rica, and then taking about a 10-hour shuttle ride there, plus another 45-minute boat ride, or you can come from Panama City where you also have a 10-hour bus ride, plus the 45-minute boat ride to get to the main island, which is Isla Colón. You can then either stay on the main island or you can stay on one of the surrounding islands where you'll find lots of eco lodges, which basically means living completely off the grid with nothing but solar power and rainwater. Bocas del Toro also encompasses some of Central America's largest rainforests. It has 9 main islands and 52 cays and tons of little islands full of coral reefs and mangroves that you'll easily see when you use the main mode of transportation, which is by water taxi. You'll even get to see sloths, which is so cool. And this place is perfect to embrace that inner child, that fun enthusiasm for life by taking surfing lessons, going diving, riding a bike around, snorkeling, and exploring all of the beautiful, beautiful islands you'll find here. And if you really want to relive your 20s, there is a fantastic event called Filthy Friday. Sounds classy, doesn't it? But it is exactly what it says on the tin. It is a bar crawl that happens across 3 islands and bars on each of those islands. Did I participate? Maybe. Was I able to keep up with all the youngins? No, I was not. It starts at 11:30 every single Friday and goes until 9 p.m. Price-wise, Bocas del Toro is definitely affordable, but bear in mind that you are very remote, which means that the internet and electricity is not always very stable. Next up, number 4 is Lapland in Finland. Since by now we have an extensive bucket list, I'm guessing that seeing the Northern Lights is on your list, as it well fucking should be. Personally, I've taken 2 trips to try and see this natural wonder, and I think out of a total of about 13 days, I managed to catch a glimpse for about 3 minutes. And honestly, it was enough to bring tears to my eyes. No joke. Of course, there are a ton of places you can go to try and catch this natural phenomenon, but I personally recommend Finnish Lapland. It's actually labeled as one of the best places to see the Northern Lights because of the strong winds there. It's actually rare to get cloudy days, which obviously is going to limit your view. This wasn't true for the week that I was there. There was only 1 clear night, but I'm guessing that was just my luck. So yes, technically Lapland, Finland, one of the best places to see the Northern Lights. So Finnish Lapland borders Sweden, Norway, Russia, and the capital is Rovaniemi, which I'm pretty sure I've completely butchered and even butchered when I was there. But it is also said to be the home place of Santa Claus. So it just has that little bit of extra magic to it. The local population is the Sami tribe, and it's incredibly fascinating to learn about their traditions and way of life and their close relationship with the reindeer and the way they use them for basically all aspects of their life. The number of reindeer in the province is actually equal to people, and feeding them, probably one of my favorite activities. The way they move their mouths, it's just so stinking cute. Just it still makes me laugh to this day. It can also be done fairly budget friendly if you opt to stay in a regular cabin versus those glass igloos that look so fucking magical, but personally, I just couldn't justify spending $400 a night when it could potentially be cloudy and you won't see anything. So you can do it more budget friendly. Those are not the only places to stay. And on that note, population is very scarce, making it a very remote and romantic place to travel for some time in the snow. And last but not least, one of my favorite islands in the Caribbean, number 5 is Dominica. Now this spot is not to be confused with the Dominican Republic, and definitely a must-do in your 30s. So I'm guessing by now you've seen a good bit of the Caribbean, but I guarantee you've never heard of or even considered this little overlooked island. Dominica is part of the Lesser Antilles and has been an independent country since 1978. The currency is the Eastern Caribbean dollar, and the official language is English, even though you will hear Creole spoken. This isn't the place for white sandy beaches and a mojito under an umbrella, so you definitely won't be finding the regular tourist crowds here, but you're an adventurous adult, so you don't want that anyways. Instead, what you'll find is the nature island. Lush green hills that remind of scenes from Jurassic Park, along with tons of beautiful hikes. Now, Dominica has the world's 2nd largest boiling lake, which is probably one of the most interesting hikes I've done because the terrain is just so different. This is an infamous day-long trek that involves a bit of bouldering and crossing the Valley of Desolation, a sulfur-smelling out-of-this-world scene. The island has 9 volcanoes, and you can even see the neighboring islands of Martinique and Guadeloupe from the top views. You can do tons of outdoor activities on this island, like river tubing, kayaking, canyoning, and scuba diving. But the most amazing part about this island is the whale watching you can do. Generally, you can see dolphins and all sorts of whales off the coast because lots of them pass through while they migrate. However, sperm whales have actually made this their home year-round, so your chances of seeing them is fantastic. And if you're really adventurous, you can even go swim with them. Make sure you book with an operator because a license is required to do this, but I mean, what an ultimate bucket list check that is, right? Swimming with sperm whales. Also funny, because sperm whales. Although there are no direct flights from the US to get there, I'm all about making the journey to find these hidden gems. Well, I hope that this video has given you some places to add to your 30-something bucket list, which I'm here to help you turn into reality. If you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up so that I know to make more of this content, and subscribe to get more insight into living that adventurous adulthood with me. Until next time, be good to one another, be good to our planet, and keep adventuring.